Right, John DeMartin Gray after his side's 1-0 win over Salford. Is that the greatest performance since you came to this club?
Yeah, I thought that the grit, the desire, the last 15 minutes is exactly what my teams are about. And we had to be at our best at that side of the game today to get a result, because you're playing against a team that are very, very good. Did
they show everything that you wanted them to show? Because there were bodies all over the place at times trying to block shots, stop crosses coming into your box, and at the end, Salford, they just threw everyone forward, didn't they?
They did, and I think it started in the first half. We had 2 clean off the line in the first 15-20 minutes, and I thought that set the sort of theme for the day, that we're going to have to do a lot of this. And from Adam Bartlett making big saves to people making blocks 18 yards out, 6 yards out, 1 yard out, and we did it well, and we got everybody behind the ball. So as much as Aidan Connolly was fantastic, what the team did off the ball was even more important today.
And when you're playing the league leaders, and they had a few chances in that first half, you need that little bit of luck, and you certainly got it with your goal.
Yeah, and I think it's nice that you need a bit of luck in any game, but certainly in the big games like this. And listen, we could have run away with it. John puts a penalty in, it's game over, and we counter-attacked 3 or 4 times. Keeper made a great save of Aidan Connolly with about 20 minutes to go, which is flying the top corner. So we just needed that second goal just to sort of knock the wind out of the sails, and we didn't. The keeper made 1 or 2 great saves, and as you say, he'd always fancy John to bust the back of the net, and I think he's broke the crossbar, hasn't he?
What did you think when he did that?
I was, what are you doing, John? you never miss you. But no, I thought the team performance today was outstanding, and we've got to build on this now.
Talk about the team that you put out then. I think everyone thought John Parkin would come straight back in, Alex Patterson would come back in. Talk about the 2 players you left out.
Well, I think it was very hard for certainly Connor Smith. He did ever so well last week. It was a tough conversation with the young boy to sort of go and play, and sort of being one of your better players last week, not to make the bench. But that's management. I think you've got to be honest with players. The kid's been great, and he'd play a big part in the squad as well.
What more does he need to do then to make the bench on a regular basis? We were surprised not to see him in the 5 players.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. It's fine lines, and I think you're just talking about sort of that consistency, and he's starting to mature. From when I first came in 4 months ago, and what I see in the training ground Monday to Friday, he's more of a controlled kid. He's a little bit of a hothead when I first came in. He's calmed down, and he's starting to understand what we're trying about, and his decision making last week was good. And as I say, it's very hard for him, not in the squad today, but it's about us getting 3 points, and that's what we did.
Alex Patterson, how do you think he played with the first game in West?
Yeah, I thought he just managed the game very, very well. I think he set off in the first minute, and he closed the lad down, and that just set the theme of what he was going to be about today. In the second half, he did a great run across field. He picked the ball up in the far corner, and he gets you from there to there. His fitness levels are great. I know he played a game on Monday for Middlesbrough, but it's just he's come back at the right time, and hopefully he can strengthen us all the way through.
And what did you say to your side at half time? Because in the second half they created not really any clear-cut chances compared to the ones that they created in the first half.
Yeah, what I was disappointed last week was that you go 1-0 up without having an out-and-out forward for me, John Parton on the pitch as a focal point, and I thought we sat back and allowed a little bit of pressure on us last week. This week I said, we've got to keep going for it, keep driving at them, and sort of go get the second goal. Don't accept 1-0, go for the second and third, and we did that. We just didn't sort of finished off for a change, but best performance we've had in 4 months. Team performance, the desire, the hunger, the fitness levels today were fantastic, and they've worked really hard, these boys have, and I'm seeing the rewards for it now.
Yeah, that's got to be the blueprint for going forward, hasn't it? It would be quite easy to get the team up for a game at home to Salford, but then you have to go to Curzon Ashton next week, where there won't be as many, but there can't be any difference from your side, can there?
That's done now, that's done. Curzon's the most important thing. We've bagged that up, and it's great. You get a lot from it, but we've now got to go back it up and get another win.
You didn't get the players in ahead of this game that you wanted. Are you any nearer to getting any more bodies in?
We're working, and we're working really hard. We thought we had one across the line yesterday lunchtime, and it didn't come off. But we had 1 or 2 players in the training ground, and there potentially be another signing early this week, for to strengthen the squad. We need good competition. This week's been good. We've had a good 18 fit players that can really sort of challenge for that starting lineup. Yeah,
you've talked about wanting strikers in, but in your programme notes you say you want another left back as well to put some more competition on for David Ferguson.
We do, and I think that was Ferguson's best game today. That's his best game, and he knows we've had a left back in the building all this week, and he knows if he's got to maintain that. That's the standards he's set now, and they can't drop below. Equally, as Connor Brown's come in, we have competition there with Josh Law, and you'd like to, if you can, in an ideal world, get one for every position doubled up, but I think competition's only healthy.
Connor Brown picked up another yellow card today. I thought it was really unfortunate because the referee first of all was doing the ball signal as though he played the ball, the player rides around, he gets booked, but you don't want him to change his game, do you?
No, not at all. That's what he's about. And I think his grit, determination today. I think it's a soft boot, and I don't think it's a boot at all.
Well, the referee played on. He said he got the ball first of all.
And I think that's where it becomes frustrating. I think Big John gets lots of them decisions against him, and it's just, they always become fouls. But he's strengthened us since he's come in.
And the league table as well now. Harrogate have won tonight, so they're only 2 points behind Salford. But Brackley have lost. That gap away from Brackley is really close now. I know they've got all these teams have still got games in hand.
Yeah.
But third place is within reach.
100%. That's our focus. We want to finish in the top 3, and we're slowly but surely seeing signs of improvement every week. There's no getting carried away with what we've done today. We've beat the league leaders. That's all we have done. It's back to business Monday morning. We've got to be back on the training ground, working hard to go do the same at Curzon next week.
Well, many congratulations. We enjoyed watching your team today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, Martin.